Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. Today we're going to be doing the weekly for the sign of Capricorn. Alright, my lovely Capricorns, we're going to get right into it. I've already been meditating on your cards for a while before I started the video. So we're ready. Past life relationship. Codependency. This just came out for Sagittarius as well. And pay attention to red flags. Wow. Alright, Capricorn. Let's see what's going on with your animal spirits for the week. Now, animal spirits can indicate events coming in or people resonating with certain energies that you're dealing with. It can also indicate energies in your own self that are starting to come out. Whatever the case may be, just take what applies to you. You know what I'm saying? Throw the rest away. Dragonfly. Wow, this came out earlier for Scorpio as well. Lord of light and illusion. Butterfly, more air energy. Transformation. And the vulture. Wow. 3 air elementals. Very rare for that to happen, right? At least for my readings. All right, let's get right into these, okay? So first of all, the dragonfly. The dragonfly is synonymous with the Lord of light and illusion. And the dragonfly comes in, it's a time in our lives when perhaps when we're resonating with dragonfly energy, we may be putting too much stock in the things that we see and not realizing that not everything is as it seems, all right? The way we're sizing up the situation, Capricorn, you may be missing some information, or simply the way you're seeing the situation just isn't exactly the way the situation really is. Just as a dragonfly, if you've seen a dragonfly in the wild flying over the surface of the water, oftentimes, you know, there's light that dances off its wings. And so you can't really see its shape or its position or, you know, its true form, right? There's a lot of light play. And so this is what dragonfly energy is all about. It's buying too much into what we see with our eyes, making our own assumptions about what we see, without realizing that sometimes we can be wrong. Now, you may be dealing with somebody like that. It can also be at times when you're dealing with a codependent situation, right? Where you think you know what's going on, but you don't know the whole story, right? It's time to maybe pull back, right? Maybe question your, just, you know, make a healthy questioning of what you're seeing and the assumptions that you're making as a result of it, right? Now we have butterfly energy, and butterfly energy is interesting. Of course, the butterfly is worldwide the same symbol in many, many cultures, of course, right? Talking about transformation, right? I mean, this creature is synonymous with it, undergoing great change and transformation. So Capricorn, I mean, we're talking about codependency, past life relationships. Certainly the butterfly coming in is a strong animal. The energy of the butterfly is with us during times of transition, all right? It's an air element of the heart. And so what it does is that usually when we're going through change involving relationships, right? For instance, if you love your job or your career, then it will be your career, or if you're in a relationship with somebody else, whatever is close to your heart, whether it's a person or a career, right? And there's change happening, transition that's happening that's accompanied with discomfort, right? Where it's, you know, you're feeling extra impatient, or you're feeling you know what I mean? You're going through a difficult time. It may be troubling. It may be hurting your heart to go through this transition. Even though it's necessary, it may be difficult emotionally, right? The butterfly comes in to offer more comfort at a time like this. To be patient, be extra patient with yourself. Especially if you're the one going through this, be patient, you know, with yourself. If someone you know is going through this, be patient with them, right? That's the energy of the butterfly, because the butterfly understands the nature of transition, and so the butterfly comes in to sort of support us when our heart is really going through it, right? So be kind to yourself, be patient with yourself. If you're dealing with somebody who's going through a lot of things, be kind and patient with them. You know, let solid friends and activities of support help you. You know, the butterfly is also synonymous with friendship, the symbol of friendship. So it's times like this that you want to let good friends, friends that you trust and who really care for you, come in and support you. Now, we have also your third air elemental, which is the vulture. And the vulture is a much maligned and misunderstood creature. Of course, a lot of people are disgusted by this creature, but the truth of the matter is the vulture comes in to clean out the rot and death and the disease that is left over when something dies, right? When something dies, there's also leftover from it. This can be emotionally, this can be mentally. There can be leftover hang-ups from something that has died, like a relationship or a particular trauma. The vulture comes in, it's air energy that comes in and sort of eats that up, right? It's the dirty work that nobody wants to do, right? The facing the last remnants of the death of something, right? And the vulture comes in. Without the vulture, we wouldn't have a renewal, right? Because it wouldn't be healthy, right? It's essential for rebalancing. So again, the vulture also comes in at a time when we feel very out of balance as a result of transformation. Right? Transformation is death of the old and birth of the new. But when this comes in and we feel out of balance, there has been a death, but we're not really ready. The new hasn't begun, right? The death has happened, the transformation has happened, but the new hasn't begun. And it's in that area that the vulture comes in to clear away whatever is left to make space for the new. When a situation needs to be purified, right? Clarified, wisdom needs to come in so you can understand why something happened. All right, my lovely Capricorn. Sorry, I had to take a sip of iced tea. Iced jasmine tea is what I'm drinking. I love it. All right, let's get right into your spread. We're going to pull out about, I'm going to say about anywhere from 5 to 8 3-card spreads, right? Let's move this over a little bit, make some space. All right, and see what kind of situation is you're dealing with this week. In light of everything that we've said, you have 3 air elemental animal spirits on the board, all talking about the qualities of air element being in the mental, right? When we suffer with mental sort of anguish and things, this is all about transformation, making way for the new, getting rid of old toxic situations, right? The romance angel messages are talking about that as well. And this can be in all, you know, in areas of career as well. Friendships, not only love relationships. All right, Capricorn, let's get right into your forecast for the week. And again, you can jump into the description if you want to go back to a forecast. It is time-stamped. And of course, just take what applies to you and throw the rest away. Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups. All right, so there you go. There's your gentleness right there. The Knight of Cups comes in with a gentleness, right? An air of empathy and feeling. He wants to support you with a cup of love or support. I know that the Knight oftentimes comes across as being non-committed, but that's a really oversimplification. The Knight also does bring with him a lot of sort of emotional support of the heart. And here we go. You're about to start a whole new stage in your life, Capricorn. You have an Ace of Wands and Ace of Pentacles. So some of you are about to start a whole new stage in your career. But you're about to go down a path in your career and follow something you always wanted to do. It's not just a career move or a business move. It's also something that's really close to your heart. And there is definitely some energy I think in the form of a friendship, or even a past life relationship or a lover, but there's someone who will come in with this Knight of Cups energy and be extremely supportive while you're about to start this new stage of your life. It's very, very nice. Judgment, King of Wands, and Ace of Pentacles. Well, Judgment comes in when you begin to understand that there's more to a situation. You begin to see different sides of a situation. Some of you may be resonating with Dragonfly in the sense that you're realizing that perhaps you hadn't gotten the story completely right. That maybe there was missing information. Maybe there were other things you needed to pay attention to, right? And you're starting to realize that. And with Judgment coming in, you begin to let go of some of the judgment that you've had about a particular situation. You maybe begin to let go some of your self-judgment as well. Any kind of guilt that you might have taken on, Capricorn. King of Wands comes in, and the King of Wands is sort of the natural leader, the natural sort of curiosity, like wants to forge his own way. He's very ambitious. He's very enthusiastic of other people's ambition. He believes in following a dream, even if it's like outlandish, right? He believes in really working hard to achieve it and to support other people in achieving their dream. He's just this natural sort of like leader in that sense, because he raises sort of the passion of those that he leads around him, right? So this could be somebody coming into your life who's starting to fill you with a bit more enthusiasm about your life. You may be about to make some changes, right? You've been in the situation, I think, with this Hangman energy where you've really been kind of settling for less scenario. You maybe have not made the moves you've wanted to make towards your ultimate ambition, and you're beginning now to change that this week with this King of Wands, really strong, like motivational energy coming in, and just also you letting go of some of the hang-ups perhaps that have been holding you back. This is a really great aspect or forecast for some of you who have been stuck about a particular goal or passion in your life, ambition in your life, and it's really starting to move now. Three of Wands, Six of Pentacles, and Page of Cups. Well, some of you certainly have had to be kind of patient. It may be that you needed to stand still long enough and pay attention to some red flags. You really, three is the number for bonding and loyalty, but also patience. In Three of Wands, we talk about maintaining virtue, right? Patience is a virtue, right? It is a virtue. It's hard to be patient, but it is it allows you to remain true to who you are, sometimes to be patient for the sake of the ultimate good, right? That's what makes it virtuous, because you kind of defy your ego for the sake of the bigger picture, and so that is virtue in a way, right? Maintaining virtue. And so you've had to hold on to some patience, maybe wait before you make a decision. Six of Pentacles is coming in, and there seems to be like a balancing coming into your life for your finances. It may be that up until now you really didn't have the finances to move forward, but this week they start to balance out. It could also be that you've put something on hold to maybe help someone, right? Six of Pentacles talks about helping others. Perhaps it's come to a point where you've really been helping someone in your life too much. Maybe it's been out of balance, or you've needed to wait for a little while to realize that this has been out of balance. Either or, there is certainly something to do with your finances and your being charitable with them that is either stalling or making you have to wait before you can move on with your final sort of destination, right? Your real goals and ambitions. Again, you could be getting stalled with a codependent relationship. You may be needing to pay attention to red flags. Page of Cups comes in to remind us of being kind and being gentle to ourselves, right? And however that resonates with you, it could be that some of you are feeling a little guilty. With the Six of Pentacles, you may be feeling like you have to take care of this person, or you have to give them money. And Page of Cups kind of comes in to remind you that you need to take care of yourself as well and be gentle with yourself also, right? And love would not demand things or make you feel bad or guilty. So again, pay attention to red flags. Certainly if a situation is a love scenario or a relationship, a codependent relationship, and money is involved. Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, and Judgment. The World. We've already had Judgment. 21, the World. So Knight of Pentacles has come in. Interesting, the Knight of Pentacles comes in when a task really needs to be done, no matter how long it takes or how much work needs to be put into it. And so he's very, very practical. It could be someone really coming in to help you, but it could also be Capricorn, like your own sort of tenacious attitude to holding on to something. There's perhaps a certain goal that you've had in your life where you just feel like you need to hold on and to see it to the end, right? You've made your mind up. And that's the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight, once the Knight of Pentacles knows what it needs to do, it won't rest until it accomplishes it. But yet at the same time, you have a Queen of Wands energy. And so Queen of Wands talks about really being able to face anything life throws you. And so right now, it could be that because you've made a desire with this Knight of Pentacles energy to just plot ahead with your goal, you are also now drawing in this strength to kind of like just deal with everything that's about to come your way, Capricorn, right? There's a little bit of vulture energy there too, in terms of being strong enough to clear away the old so that you can go forward and you can face the obstacles. The Queen of Wands is that strong queen who is she's the queen of self-realization, but she's the queen of that because she's strong enough and she has the courage to face things head on, right? And to deal with them, not to shy away from them, right? And to use everything at her disposal as well to get to the matter, to get to the root of it. The World card is coming in because of your adoption of these two sort of attitudes this week, Capricorn, you end up feeling like you're on top of the world at the end of the week. You end up feeling like you're exactly where you're supposed to be. It could be that you get a lot of reaffirmations coming in this week as a result of your decision to sort of go forward and be prepared for everything. And so you really come out at the end of the week kind of sitting pretty, right? Being in charge, being the one to write, you're writing the narrative. Knight of Wands, the Moon, Queen of Pentacles. Well, some of you are certainly, wow. Some of you have, most recently, I want to say that you've needed a boost of enthusiasm to go ahead and, press through with your desires or press through with pushing forward with your goal or your ambitious ideas, right, Capricorn? But, you've been feeling really emotional. There's been a lot of emotions, I think, recently that have been kind of really sort of unsure. You don't know where they're coming from. Moon is coming. That's very Piscean energy. Can be Cancerian energy. But it's just like a lot of emotions that are very kind of deep and that haven't really been understood, right, Capricorn? And you're just feeling angsty, I think. I think you're feeling apprehensive. And you're not sure, right? You're not sure. It could be that you're having a lot of mixed feelings. It could be that someone you're dealing with is also being really cagey with their feelings, right? And so even though you've come in maybe with this enthusiasm, you're now starting to feel like you need to pay attention to red flags. There's also the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles does remind us that if we want to achieve something or manifest something in our lives, we really have to nurture it, and we have to surround ourselves with positive individuals, right? We can't surround ourselves with people who make us afraid of ourselves or make us unsure or anxious. We surround ourselves with strong individuals, strong families, strong ties. We nurture our dreams, and that's how we bring them to manifestation, because the Queen, she knows how to get it done. She knows really how to work hard for things, and she knows the secret to manifesting things in the material world, which is nurturing. And so it could be that some of these mixed emotions that you've had with people, it's time for you to sort of maybe pay attention to some of these red flags that have come in and start to maybe just cut out or sort of get, start to sort of shy away from those who are just making you feel more and more unsure of yourself. This is going to be the last spread. 4 of Cups, Emperor, another 4 in Tower. So we have 2 4s in a Tower. Interesting because 4 is the number for stability, right, Capricorn? And I think this week as well, somebody's offered you a cup of love and you're just not ready to accept it. It could be that somebody you've been dealing with in the past before, you've already been there with them, done that. It could be somebody new, but you already can tell with this cup that there isn't any stability coming with it. It's just an empty cup. And you're at a point in your life where you're just not willing to go through that again. You've gone through it 3 times before with the empty cups in front of you, right? And oftentimes this card is sort of misinterpreted as being obstinate, but really it's a case of wanting to maintain your stability emotionally, because you don't want to just keep accepting cups from people that are empty and end up throwing you out of balance emotionally, right? You end up paying with your heart, with your feelings. The Emperor also comes in terms of, setting the way, remaining powerful and stable. Again, the Emperor is sort of the leader of those around him, right? And so you're kind of setting the tone. With Emperor energy, you're realizing it's time to stop letting people sort of manipulate you. This is Aries energy, right? But it's definitely, I want to say, Capricorn, that perhaps you may have been dealing with too many people. You may have been working as part of a group, and you've just felt control of your life and stability of your life, or perhaps your career is sort of starting to slip out of your hands, right? And you've taken the reins of leadership back. You're not willing to let somebody else control your life. You're ready to be the emperor of your own life and to forge ahead with your own plans, right? Maintaining stability. This is the divine masculine as well, energy, right? Making sure that you maintain power and stability for your own future. And a tower moment comes in, boom. And it's almost as if that, this saying no to the cup and reining in, or I want to say regaining control of the reins of your life with the Emperor, has brought a tower moment, because all of a sudden you realize that perhaps you've been holding on to things that no longer serve you, right? And you have a realization, and that realization is going to be coming in very hard and strong. Tower moment is almost always, of course, it's followed with transformation. You have to transform, because the tower is destroyed. We build a new tower out of our new set of ideals, which is perfect for vulture and butterfly energy to come in, as well as dragonfly, because in a sense it's an illusion that's broken down. It's transformation that comes in, so we realize we have to be prepared for it, and the vulture is on hand to really purify and make room for the new. For some of you, this is really going to be a big decision, or a time where you're making big decisions about the type of relationships you want and the type of control you want to have on your own destiny. All right, Capricorn, this is your reading for September 22nd to the 28th. I do realize that most of you watching my videos are not subscribers at all, and I understand that. A lot of channels are always asking for people to subscribe. So I'm just going to say, if you did resonate with this video, share the video. Share it with other Capricorns, or share it on your social media. This really helps my channel to grow, okay, to have more and more people able to view the video. And if you choose to subscribe, then I appreciate that as well. Also, if you choose to comment and like the video, I very much appreciate that also. But for right now, Capricorn subscribers and non-subscribers alike, thank you so much for checking out my channel. I'll see you next Sunday for the next weeklies. Bye-bye.